Near-death experiences that science can't explain for centuries. People who have come dangerously close to death have reported experiences so vivid, mysterious, and transformative that they challenge the very limits of science. These are called near-death experiences, NDEs, and they raise one of humanity's oldest and most profound questions. What happens when we die? Scientists have tried to explain these experiences as products of brain chemistry, hallucinations, or the final firing of neurons. Yet, some accounts remain so baffling that even modern neuroscience struggles to make sense of them. Let's explore what NDEs are, how science explains them, the mysteries science still can't solve, and 5 real-life stories that continue to inspire all. What are near-death experiences? A near-death experience typically occurs when a person is clinically dead or very close to death, after cardiac arrest, drowning, severe trauma, or major surgery. Many survivors describe astonishingly similar themes: a feeling of peace and detachment from the body, traveling through a tunnel toward a bright light, encounters with deceased relatives, spiritual beings, or even a life review. A decision or barrier that prevents them from crossing fully into death. What's remarkable is that these reports come from people across different cultures, religions, and time periods, suggesting that NDEs may be a universal human phenomenon. Scientific attempts to explain NDEs. 1. The brain under stress. Some neuroscientists argue that when the brain is starved of oxygen during trauma, it produces hallucinations. The tunnel of light, for example, could be explained by the narrowing of vision as the retina loses function. 2. Neurochemical flood. Another theory suggests that near death, the brain releases chemicals like endorphins or DMT, dimethyltryptamine, which may produce dreamlike visions. 3. Memory reconstruction. Some psychologists argue that NDEs could be the brain's way of reconstructing fragmented memories during extreme stress. The life review might be a flood of stored memories accessed rapidly. These theories offer partial explanations, but they fall short when confronted with some of the most puzzling aspects of NDEs. The mysteries science can't fully explain. Out-of-body accuracy. People describe medical procedures or conversations while unconscious, sometimes later verified. The blind who see. Lifelong blind individuals report visual experiences during shared death experiences. Loved ones at the bedside sometimes report experiencing visions with the dying. Transformative after effects. Survivors often change deeply, losing fear of death and embracing compassion. 5 real near-death experiences. 1. Pam Reynolds, 1991. During brain surgery, Pam's body was cooled, her blood drained, and her brain activity measured as flat, yet she described the surgical tools, the music playing, and conversations in the operating room. What she believed afterward. Pam became convinced consciousness exists beyond the brain, and she lost her fear of death. 2. The case of Maria's shoe. Maria, a heart attack patient, claimed she floated out of her body and saw a tennis shoe on a hospital ledge. A nurse later confirmed the shoe was there, in a spot Maria could never have seen. What she believed afterward? Maria became certain that the soul can leave the body and observe reality independently. 3. Dr. Eben Alexander, 2008. A Harvard neurosurgeon who fell into a coma due to meningitis, reported traveling to another realm of pure consciousness. Despite his medical background, he came to believe in life after death. What he believed afterward. He wrote Proof of Heaven, arguing that consciousness survives beyond the brain. 4. Howard Storm, 1985. An atheist art professor. Howard nearly died from a perforated stomach. He reported a terrifying descent into darkness before being rescued by a being of light. What he believed afterward. He converted to Christianity and dedicated his life to faith and compassion. 5. Anita Moorjani, 2006. After battling cancer, Anita slipped into a coma and had an NDE where she felt overwhelming love and clarity. She returned to life, and soon after, her cancer rapidly disappeared. What she believed afterward. Anita became a spiritual teacher, convinced that love and consciousness transcend physical existence. So, what do NDEs mean? Some scientists remain cautious, insisting that extraordinary claims require extraordinary evidence. Yet others acknowledge that NDEs hint at mysteries of consciousness we do not yet understand. Do they suggest that the mind can exist independently of the brain? Could they be glimpses of an afterlife? Or another dimension of existence? Or are they simply the most profound illusions created by a brain in crisis? The truth may remain beyond our current scientific tools. But one thing is certain. NDEs push us to rethink life, death, and what it means to be conscious. Final reflection. Near-death experiences remain one of the most fascinating, unsolved puzzles of human existence. While science has made progress in studying the brain, it has not yet fully explained why people across cultures and centuries describe such similar, vivid journeys when hovering between life and death. Perhaps NDEs are the brain's final fireworks display, or perhaps they are glimpses into something far greater. A reminder that the mystery of human consciousness is still unfolding. If you had a near-death experience like these, what do you think it would reveal? Do you believe they're proof of an afterlife? Or just tricks of the brain? Share your thoughts in the comments below, and let's open this discussion together.